Did somebody say day 3? Ah, day 3! I'm just so excited. I can't help it. I love it. I love being in still. So, hello everybody. Hope you enjoyed the first day and the second day. Here we are, day 3. There's not a lot to say this morning. I've said it all. Just got to keep the marathon shoes on. Somebody very good at poker once said to me, in the really big poker tournaments, you're going to have to make one really big call, one really big fold, and one really big bluff. So I think he was right, and they eventually will come to me at some point. I hope I don't have to use the really big bluff yet, because we're only on day 3. But hey, let's see what happens. We've got about an hour and a half till play starts. I'm going to walk over to the famous Horseshoe and Paris to start. I'm in the Paris today, table 40, seat, I think I'm seat 6. I'll have to check my little pink slip. I don't know if I've put it in, but there was obviously a bit of a disaster yesterday when I didn't put my chip stack on the pink slip, but I put it on the bag. I went over, I saw the guys from customer services who are fantastic. Thank you very much. You guys know who you are, the management there, who are really nice to me. They said it's no problem, just take my pink slip and my ID. So my chip stack won't be on the Poker News stacks. I'm going to be I don't know what it's called. Didn't something, I don't know. Forgot to disclose, whatever the bloody words are. I'll be one of them guys today until I sit down and someone picks me up and sees how many chips I've got. You guys all know how many chips I've got. I think it's 188.5 or maybe 100 and, yeah, I think it's something like that. We've got loads of big blinds, we've got loads of play. The usual rules apply. Settle in, we'll go over, we'll have a look at the table and we'll see what's happening. I'll see you over there, guys. Right, we're just walking into the Paris, getting ready. Completely off subject of poker, you know what I'm like. Any old crap. See this? $6 just outside the Paris. So for you guys that are coming from England, they don't want to pay $6 every time you have a water right outside the playing area. Go to the supermarket, it's about $6.99 for 24 bottles of water. You can bring them across. I don't care how much money I'm winning or losing, $6 for a bottle of water makes me feel sick. Makes me feel sick. Just saying. Right, here we are. Here's the table. Got a nice old guy next to me chatting away. His name's Fred. He just come up with a really good say, which I'll get him to say on the floor. Really, really good. Nice guy to my left, nice guy to his right. So my little 4, which is the 4 you're interested in, which is where most of your hands are going to get played. Not most of your hands, but you understand what I'm saying. All your small battles, which are the ones that are really important, are going to get played. I've got the chip leader around there in seat 2 that she's just unbagging him now. 585,000 chips. He's not going to be raising into my blind. Well, he probably is, but at least he's not going to be stealing on the button. The button to my blind's got 80k, so we've only got a 3-bet in a couple of times to shut him down, and that should last us a few hours. Here we go, day 3. I'm going to be honest with you all. The butterflies today, it's like day 3. You say day 3 and it's a big thing. It's a big thing to me, and I really, really, really hope we can cruise through to dinner break with no car crashes, some nice easy decisions, take a couple of people out, and let's do our prediction for the end of the day. So we got 188, 188, let's say we'd like to get to, what would we be really happy with? Happy to make the end of the day with 200,000 chips. I know it doesn't sound a lot, and I won't even be average for day 4, but that means I will have cashed and I've got 200k. So all I want to make is 12,000 chips and keep my blinds for a day. Let's see if we can manage that. Right, let's get to work. Right, here we are, first break. The worst 2 hours of the series so far, by far. As you all know, started with 188. I now have 70. There's nothing really to report, except I found ace queen suited in the calf and raised. The big blind 3-bet me. It's the first time he's 3-bet in the first 20 minutes. I just folded. We don't want to get involved with ace queen here. He shows pocket aces. He saw it's the first time I've had him. I said, congratulations, sir. I said, I didn't have much. I don't want to know what I'm folding out. A whole lap later, King 10 of spades. That was the cut-off. I'm one further down this time. He's small blind, I think I'm button. No. I was button, he was small blind. I raised King 10 of spades, he 3-bets me. I really obviously want to be calling this blind on blind, but against this one player who's not played a hand since the aces, I fold. Yeah, he shows me aces again. He said, I'm very lucky. I said, well done, sir. And then about 40 minutes later, I find ace, jack of diamonds. I'll raise, I get called in middle position, and the flop comes. Jack 3, 4. 2 clubs. He checks. I've been checking back for pot control on these sort of boards, but draw heavy board, and now we're getting, you know, the pots are worth fighting for a little bit more because they're a bit bigger. I just go ahead and bet here. The blinds are 1,000, 2,500, and I've made it 5.5. So with the blinds, there's like whatever, 14, 15k in there. So I just bet like 8k. He calls. I don't want to see a club. Comes a king on the turn. Obviously I don't like this card very much. He checks, I check back. Comes nothing on the river. And then he bets 18,000. I mean, has he got king jack? Has he outdrawn me? Remember, I've got a jack in my hand. I call and he's got king jack. Fair enough. And that's the way it's been going the whole way through those first 2 hours. But we have a chip and we have a chair, and we're not going to just go out. Now I have 2 options now. The blinds when I come back are, let's have a little look. I think they're 1,000, I think they're 2,000, 3,000. So with 60k, I've got 30 big blinds, it's a lot. So I have to be very clever. I can either try and play through a few more flops, but there's some massive stacks, and then 4 of my stacks on my table have got over 450. So, you know, if anybody's raising, they're re-raising to 20,000. So, you know, I can't be calling. I can't be just calling and missing and passing. So I probably will just wait for a couple of positional raises and the button. Hope they haven't actually got something. And I'll just stick it all in with like king jack or better. Hope to get some folds. And if they've got it, they've got it. But we're not out, and we're not going to give up. So this is my first shove of the tournament. I pick up pocket queens. There's been a small raise. Obviously, the only thing we can do with this hand now is just get the lot in, which is a bit of a shame. This was quite an interesting one. Raise, call, call. I'm on the button with 8s, and I flat call. I'm hoping, obviously, to flop a set and get the lot, but I just want to try and miss some overcards and see where we become. Best flop in the world. 4-3-4. It's check round to me, and I go ahead and bet this flop, obviously, because I love it. And a really weird thing happens. The original raiser, after checking this board, I only bet 5k, wants to check raise me to 20. Everybody else folds, and I think there's just no way. I just don't think he's got a pair here, because unless he's got aces and he's just checking to try and get someone to have a stab at this board, you know, what's he repping? Anyway, so I call 15,000 more. I'm only down to like, I've got 62,000 chips left. The turn comes a complete brick. He bets 20. Now I'm starting to believe the story, and I think forever, and I make the call, and the river comes just like a perfect card, it's like a 9. It's just got no involvement with this flop, and I do a bit of speech play here. The first real bit of speech play of the tournament. I forget his name. I say, go on then, let's do it. Come on, let's do the dance. Let's put the last bit in. And then he checks. So obviously I check back, and he shows ace queen. So that's a massive, massive, massive hand for me. Gets me back up to over the 120k mark. I was down to about 65k at this point. I get a little bit excited here. I pick up pocket 6s. I've raised, I've been re-raised. And as you can see, I think the flop comes 6, 8, 9. I check to her, but she bets 12,000. And I check raise all in. There's 2 spades on the flop. I think if she's got a big pair, she's going to get it in. But she just passes really quickly and says she had ace king. So it was a bit of a shame. Hello everybody. Second vlog of the day after 4 hours. One of my favourite, oh, the wife's calling. Yes, love. You go on, just get what you want, I'll pay for it. Oh, go on then. Sorry guys, you have to wait a second. We've got food things to do first. Right, 4 hours of treacherous poker. They've moved my table, but this downstairs in the Horseshoe is one of my favourite places to eat. Nathan's hot dogs. If you haven't had a Nathan's, you UK people, not you Americans, because you've all had them. I love them. They're unbelievable. I think I could win the Nathan's Championship of eating. I could eat hundreds of them things constantly. They're tiny. Anyway, it's been horrific. I was down to 33,000 chips inside, beating myself up. I don't think I made any bad passes. I don't think I made any bad calls. I think I played exactly as I should have done. But we have 4 quick hands to talk to you about. As I promised, is that you me? They've called me for hot dogs. Hot dogs come first. Hold on a second. Nathan's hot dogs. Here they are, best thing in the world. Thank you. Right. So, sorry about that, guys. Food first, yeah? I'm going to try and do the food and talk to you. No, I'm going to stop for a second. Right, we're back. The Nathans have been, ketchup and mustard's been put on. I'm going to sit down here and tell you these 4 hands. So I've obviously got to sit and knit 34k and just get it in when I think I've got the right spot. This is the spot in tournaments where you always find ace king, someone finds aces or kings and you're out. So, middle position raised on the table before we break. I found ace king in a small blind. I go ahead and ship it in. I've been chatting to this guy, Daniel, nice guy. Daniel, if you're still in the tournament by day 4 or 5, good luck, buddy, you've got a lot of chips. He goes, really, David? I said, really, do what you want to do, but I'll show you. I don't want to call fucking jack queen, I just want to nick the blinds and move on. He folds, I show him ace king, he passes, lovely, job done. They break the table, we go to another table, bit more aggressive. I've got what, 50k, nothing, 48k. Fold a few times. I raised the blinds once they folded, which was my blinds back. The guys raise my big blind, and it comes around again. Now he wants to raise my small blind. I've had ace 6 off. He makes it 6. I've only got 52k. He makes it 6, I make it 26. I just want to look completely committed. So he knows that he's got no decision. He's either got a big hand or he hasn't. And he folds straight away. I know you're all going to tell me that's lunacy, but I just want I want to make it look like I'm so committed I'm never folding. Obviously I'm giving myself one more shot, but that's poker. So that gives me a bit of oxygen. Up to 60. I nicked some blinds, then 3 and 6, so I'm up to 70. Here is the total after 4 hours of play. Drum roll, please. 201,500 chips. Blinds are going up, we've got to play. If we can just somehow sneak 50k before the end of this day, I promise you guys I'll be over the moon because I thought I was out. I'll see you all back at the tables. We're still in.
Real quick one here, raise call, and I call in the cut off with 4s. I really like the board, I think it's really low and just disconnected. And it's checked to me, and I bet, I think 12,000. I'm hoping it just gets straight through. It goes insta fold, and I win this one, which I'm really happy with because every chip counts now.
Right, there's 2,430 left. I've been playing with this guy here, Aaron. I'm going to win. I think he may win as well. That man's a lunatic, but he's a really nice guy from Dallas, Texas. So there's 2,430 left, as I just said. Blinds are 3,000, 5,000 now. They've just broken. There's only this many tables left in our room. They've broken the rest of the room, as you can see. That tournament's the 5k, where in the next hour they'll be joining us and we'll all be in one room. 1,500 get paid, so that's 900 and about, I think it's 1,570, so about 900-ish people to go. I'm going to give you an update here right now. There's my little bag of cherries. 180, believe it or not, it's 181. So we're down 7k for the day and we've made nothing. All we've done is bobbed and weaved. I'll see you all in the horseshoe. We're still in. Here we are at my table. Phil Lack here, 2 tomorrow night. Donald in 3. Block to 7. Yeah. Luck box. He's a luck box. Well done, Phil. Yeah, Phil that doubles up. Pocket 3. Just jams it in with pocket 3s and then flops a set of 3s. Easy game. Quick one from the tables.
Completion of the hand tour now under 75-minute dinner break.
As you can hear, we're on dinner break.
Go ahead and sell your purple chip to the chip leader at your
Flipping horrible. There's not a word being said. It's horrible, horrible. I've grinded my nuts off for the last 2 hours. I've got 160. I might be 159. I found 10 jack of diamonds, one hand in the whole level. 10 jack of diamonds. And the flop comes Guy raises him, no, Phil Lack raises in middle position. I call on the button and the big blind calls, and the flop comes 5-5 jack. We love this flop. Check, check. I check for deception. I just want to check, and then I can start betting on the turn. Turn comes a deuce. The blind leads out. Obviously, he's got a 5 in his range here, so we can do nothing else but call. We call. Phil passes. We go to a river, which is the ace of diamonds. Now I feel I'm chopping it. I'm just going to call most of his bets there unless he goes giddy and bets 30k. He checks. I just don't see any value in betting, so I just check back. And he's got jack 9 off, and we chop it. Dinner break. I've only played this main event twice, and this is my furthest run. I made 10 minutes before dinner break the first year I played it 10 years ago. Now I'm back full time. I'll be playing it every year. And this year we've made the dinner break, so I'll quickly walk over to the telly and let you all know how many are left. I've got no idea. I was too busy watching the Argentina game. We've done 2-0, 3-0. We've got a few quid out of that, which is nice. Let's have a little look. 2,115 left. I don't even know how many people get paid. I think it's about 50. I think it's 15 something. I'm going for a bit of dinner, pizza or some old shit. We'll keep grinding, guys. I'll see you back at the tables. Sorry there's not a lot of action to show you. Here we go, last 4 hours of the day. Table 508 in this flipping roasting hot room. I'm just not decided. I'm not just going to ladder and try and get into the money. Fuck it. If I find any 2 bits of pain and they raise round on the button, they're getting it up 'em from the Englishman. You know the next vlog, it's either me smiling or me sad, but it is what it is. I'll see you soon, guys. Right, I think this is going to be the last update. We've got exactly 100. Blinds are 3 and 5k. I can't just get blinded out. I'm literally looking for a picture card now. As soon as it's folded to me, they're all going in. The average is 305k. There's 1,989 left. This could be the last update, unfortunately. I'll let you all know what happens.
So here's my first jam. Nothing much. Ace-8 off. Jam it around and keep your fingers crossed, and somehow the table passes to my 6 big blind shove. We get that through. That's more oxygen than I can possibly hope for, so I'm happy with that one.
Right, you might as well live the pain with me. You've lived through all the great stuff. We're 200 from the money, and I've got 50,000 chips, and the blinds are 3,000, 5,000. I've got to have to get my stack in. Probably, I've got 20 minutes till the second break, last break, and then I'm probably going to have to survive another hour tomorrow. So I'm going to have to get my stack in about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times and not get called by the end of today, just to be here for tomorrow. But we are trying. Come on.
This is our second jam, Ace-10, and a Frenchman in trap 1 thinks forever. I think he thinks for 4 minutes before folding. I'll just show him the Ace of Hearts. We get this through. Every time I get one of these through, it's huge, because remember, we're about 150 from the money.
Grueling. That was the last break. 2 hours left. Blinds 3,000, 6,000 when we go back. I was down to 30k, which was whatever it was. Not even 5 big blinds. I've had to sit there and knit it out. And then the very last hand before the break, always the way, isn't it, with me? Phil Lack raises to 12k, blinds are 3 and 5, and I found ace jack off on the button. Just not going to find a better spot, am I? In it goes. I know he's going to call me. Fold, the blinds, so I'm going to pick them up. Now I've got a race Phil with ace jack, and he folds. Just insta-mucks. Says he had ace 9. I mean, bit of a weird raise. I don't know why your raise folding, but I'm over the moon. He's passed. I don't want to race. So I nicked that one. So that doubled me up without seeing a flop. 75,000 chips. The blinds, as I said, 3 and 6 when we go back. 1 double. I'm 140 people away from 15 grand. 1 double, people. Just 1 little double. And then we'll have a little bit of oxygen in the lungs, and we can see what we can do. Let's see what happens. We're walking back in.
As you can see, 1,693 left, 1,517 get paid. We're hanging on with 4 big blinds, and then we find King 8 on the button. We got to jam it up the blinds and pray just somehow we're winning. I'll let you live the pain with me. Here we go. So I'm all in. King 8. The big blinds found 8s. Here's the flop. 4, 2, 9, turn. King! I can't believe my eyes. We've hit a king ball. He misses to river, obviously, because we've got one of the 8s and we double up.
Right, quick one. We got to the end of the day. I think I got 100k. Phil Leck's all in, very last hand, and his buddy who's sitting behind him is all in too. They're both sitting there, all in. Hilarious. I promised Phil I'd film it if he gets called. Frenchman in trap 1 thinking he's been thinking for 20 minutes every fucking hand. And this is Phil's buddy who's also all in, so we're just trying to, I'm going to film them both. Okay. In case you need to, in case you both get caught. Right, I'm going to film this one, Phil. Oh, fuck me, they both got called, I can't. Okay, so. Oh, right, they've both been called. It's both been called. Right, he's got.
Hey, look.
Jacks versus Ace Queen. Don't turn it over yet, Phil. One sec, give it, try and wait for it. There we go. And Phil's got King Jack, all in against Queen Jack. Or Queen, sorry, so he's out. Jack versus Ace Queen.
Come on, baby. Oh, you just won 10k. Did you get money?
Phil went out, it was against Queens, and his buddy Jack's held up, so that was it, guys. Let me just count the little tiny discotheque stack. 5, 7, 8, 95. Take care, Phil. 103k. I have fucking pushed every margin I can. 1,540 players left, it pays 15.17. Take off what? A couple of players that have probably gone out. We're probably at about 15.36. So I've got to beat 19, 20 players to cash for $15,000. It's treacherous sitting there for 4 hours with no chips, but that is the grind of tournament poker. That's the grind. I'm going home, I'm going to bed. I've got to start all over again tomorrow at 12. Let's hope I bring you great news tomorrow. And tonight I'm going to put my name on the bloody pink slip. So I'll find my table tomorrow. Have a look for my chip stack. David Welsh, 103,000 chips. Blinds are going to be 4,000, 8,000. We've got 10 bigs. We've got loads of time. I'll see you tomorrow, guys.